All right, so yeah, I'm over here pulling the motor out again. Unfortunately, as I put more things into it, it gets harder and harder to pull the motor out. So now we have to support the motor, drop the cross member, and then go from there. So it's gonna be kind of like a Corvette in that regard, I guess, because the Corvettes, I know you have to drop the cross member in order to do stuff. So it's basically what this is gonna end up being. So to be like Granberry says, freaking not so negative, it won't be a problem because we won't have to pull the motor all the time.
There you go. Yeah, that sounds like a great. Yeah,
Yeah.
on a race car. Yeah, we're never pulling the motor. That makes sense.
Oh, now who's being the negative one?
I'm just saying. You believe what you want to believe.
What? This is, as you can see, I can't do it the way we used to do it, so I have to. Oh, you gotta be kidding. I can't get in here because of the steering is in the way now. Get you now. Whoa.
Right?
They tried to get me. Oh shoot. Alright, so we've done some things. Dropped the cross member and we've dropped the motor down at the bottom of the car. And I separated the transmission. It's easily as sketchy as you think it is. But now we gotta pull this flex plate. So the reason we're pulling this flex plate is it's the wrong flex plate for this transmission. It's for a 4L65 and this is a 4L80. I need to put this torque converter cover on so I can figure out exactly where I want to run my cross member, my second cross member bolt, or my second cross member piece. And that piece is going to be low enough so that if we ever do bottom out for whatever reason, the pan doesn't get hit. The cross member will. So, that being said, this has got to go. Probably. Yep, oil pan gasket. So the oil pan is just kind of shittily thrown in there right now. It's not actually a good gasket. We just threw it in there for filler for the time being. Just because, well, yeah. But the rear main looks good on this motor, which is a good sign. So we're just gonna leave that off for the time being. Because what I want to know, what I'm hoping is that it offsets just enough to let me sneak a cross member underneath here somehow. But I really won't know until I get it bolted back together. This part I'm gonna need help for, because I don't see me being able to push this back together by my lonesome. There's so much stuff to figure out down here. It's not even funny. But in the meantime, I need a hand putting that back together. It was one thing taking it apart by myself. It's another thing trying to slide it back together with the motor just chilling there like it is. So, now that being said, my cross member really needs to be widened out some. I don't know exactly how I want to go about doing that. Touching everything, we are 17 3/4. 17 3/4. Yeah, that's the problem. This is not designed to work like that. So, yeah, this is where it gets. never mind. 17 3/4, didn't move at all. So she sprung back, which I kind of figured it was going to be the case, but I wanted to get an idea before I went all crazy. Fair bit of tension there, huh? Hopefully that tweaked her out just a wee bit. That's all I needed, was just a wee bit. Alright, so now I need to figure out what tap the ice this is. Fix these threads. Alright. So yeah, she's definitely dicked up a little bit, but nothing too bad. That'll do. The rest of the holes look fine. No need to play with them, I don't think. I guess in the meantime we can check out the steering rack. So this bad boy needs to have all its lines hooked back up to it. So this one goes originally there to where? Oh, there. There it looks like. There to there. Okay, so I need it to bend hard right here, come through this hole, run across. Realistically, best case would be to come hard through here, go through the channel here, and then make another bend, and then go through this opening. Would be my best case, and then I'd bend it down, but I don't know if there's enough in there to do that. So yeah, redoing these lines is fun. Super fun. Problem is, I'm still way off. I still need to get a very long ways over there. Oh, by the way, if I ever have to take this off, it's going to be a total pain. Oh, by the way, it's got to go lower because it's going to hit the pan. Problem is, it has to go different. You can't just go because it has to get at least past right there. the real question. Can I get to bite now? All right. So now I got that on. Oh shit. That's not what I wanted to do. All right, so that's on, that's on. That's on, so it's on. I just need to massage it. All right. So realistically, that's out of the way. All right, I'm pretty stoked with how that came out. I'm not super stoked with this line, but I don't see any other way to do that right now, unfortunately. Actually, I lied. I do see a way that may work. Just hope going this way first didn't screw me over and make it to where it's brittle and it'll break. But that's what happens when you party naked. Because what I'm seeing now is if I go underneath, I can probably do the exact same thing and it gets it out of my way. I'll just have to turn it. I think I'll be alright with that. Damn it. Uncool. Uncool. Very uncool. You might ask why I'm working on top of the trash can, and I really don't have a good answer for you. It was the closest spot that I didn't care about fluid leaking all over the place at. Realistically. So, that being said, I can try and feed more down through here. Huh. So all I need to do is twist this away. So I need put it in the vise like so. I'll do something like that. So yeah, that's fun. Now I just need to hope when I get it tight, it takes the tension off of the tooth that are touching. All right. So now everywhere I'm rubbing is bad. So we are touching right here. So I need to put a little space for that, which, okay, perfect. Done. I need to do the same here. And then I need to take this one loose. I wish I would have thought this way first, but hey, trial, error, you know the game. Turns out, when you're doing something that doesn't happen very often, you trial and error things. It is what it is. All right, so the camera did die on me, but we've gotten our lines all set up. So as you can see here, they run and kind of crisscross. and they're not touching, and they run across the front here. If we flip it up, you can get tight there, but they don't actually touch. They go where they need to go, and it still leaves me all my room up here to be able to run my secondary supports here, or whatever I'm going to do to lock it all together. So that's good. Yeah, it's coming along. So the only thing that I'm not 100% in love with is I should have moved this out further, and mainly because over here the pan clears and could come forward a little bit because the pan's just inside of here, just over here. Basically, I've made it to where this motor, anytime we need to pull the motor, we got to pull this cross member, which did not think about that being an issue until it, well, was an issue. And that's one of those, you know, think 5 steps ahead, and it's kind of hard to do with stuff like this. But, you know, it is what it is. We run into issues, we'll play with the issues, and we'll hopefully fix them from now. So Granberry's on his way back over, and then we're gonna make the transmission back up to the engine. And then we are going to probably call it a night. I think I made it back up, I'll lift it back up and move it back a little bit so I can close the door. Because I can't close the door right now, it's starting to get cold. So we're gonna make up the transmission because I need a hand with that, and then I'll probably call it for the night. And then tomorrow I'll hook the cross member and everything back in, and we'll start mocking everything for our rear cross member, because the suspension ties in right here and here, and that's a lot of pressure wanting to fold this, you know, make it, you know, squeeze together. So I want to run a bar that runs underneath, it comes kind of back underneath the oil pan and then back into this side, and make it low enough to where it's the lowest part of the car. So if we ever have an issue with bottoming out, it hits that, not the oil pans. And I might end up doing like a bracket underneath or something like that, or not a bracket, a skid plate underneath to save it. And then I also, like I said before, I want to hook these into wherever I'm gonna go. I think I might also plate the tops of these just to give it some structural, but they're pretty sturdy so far, so I don't know, we'll see. Haven't quite decided exactly what we're doing with all that, but all right, so that's where we're at. I probably won't film putting the transmission back together because you guys have seen that a couple of times.